All right, let me talk about what's going on in Kansas just briefly, because this is, again, this seems to me to be real political malpractice that Democrats nationally have not made more of what's going on in Kansas. On Tuesday, the Kansas legislature overrode Governor Sam Brownback's veto of a tax bill which basically unwinds his entire project. In 2012, Sam Brownback and at that time the legislature passed a tax plan which allowed more than 330,000 people to pay no state income taxes by essentially allowing them to become S corps, subchapter S corporations. There was a formula which they called the glide path to zero, which was intended to phase out state income taxes completely. It also lowered income taxes across the board, had more of a flat tax type of system, took away some of the tax credits and deductions. The long and short of it was, the idea, according to Sam Brownback and his buddy Arthur Laffer, was that as you reduce taxes, you will actually increase government revenue. Why? Because the cuts in taxes are going to convince small business owners to go out and hire people and to do more investment. And that's going to create such a boon to growth. And if any of this sounds familiar, because this is exactly what we are told by national Republicans. Cut taxes. And our projections call for 4, 5, 6, maybe 7% annual growth because of the cuts in taxes. So by cutting tax rates, there'll be so much more business and people will make so much more money that the government will actually take in more money in taxes, even at these smaller percentages, because people will be so wealthy. It's a growth tax plan is what they call it. It is totally magical thinking and has decimated the state of Kansas. In addition to Kansas' economy underperforming all the states around it on employment and economic activity, they've also had to slash services in higher education, in Medicaid, other social services. In fact, listen to this paragraph, the opening paragraph. The Kansas legislature on Tuesday overrode Sam Brownback's veto of a tax bill that reverses course on the signature tax cuts he championed in 2012, dealing a significant blow to his legacy as governor, but paving the way for lawmakers to end a near-record-long session. And really, it might as well have read recession, because basically what you have is the legislature saying, like, you know what, this doesn't work. We tried it. It doesn't work. Brownback had promised that tax cuts would be like a shot of adrenaline into the heart of the Kansas economy. Since they were enacted, job growth and economic expansion in Kansas has lagged behind the rest of the nation. And the rest of the nation has been lagging behind where it should be anyways, because of lack of government expenditure. Really, I mean, ultimately, that's basically what it is. I mean, if you look at what Clinton and Bush and Reagan spent in terms of expanding the size of government coming out of a recession, far more hiring, government hiring. Private hiring has been matched. Where we're lagging is government hiring.
But those aren't real jobs.
Those aren't real jobs.
They're not.
Meanwhile, the state has been in a near constant state of revenue shortfalls that have forced cutbacks in higher education, Medicaid, state highway spending, also resulting in 2 downgrades of the state's credit rating. Laffering all the way down to the bank.
Fake news.
So the idea, first off, how anybody can promote the Laffer curve after this is just embarrassing.
They
And
will,
the
though.
idea, of course they will, and the idea that the Democratic Party has not made Kansas the poster child of Republican economics is absurd. It's absurd. It's a huge missed opportunity. Hey, Sam Seder here. Folks, you probably heard about the whole YouTube advertiser apocalypse. Well, we're suffering from it too. We need your help. If you want to keep this show alive, you want us to be able to still put out clips on a regular basis, head over to our Patreon page. Here's the link right here or down below there. And just give us a couple bucks a month and support this program. Really appreciate it.